Hi, this is Jason Schafar for PoolHeatPumps.com. I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada on December 15th, 2009 with my 20-foot round above ground pool, which has about 9,000 gallons of water in it. I've got my solar blanket covering the pool to retain the heat that my new Rude 115,000 BTU heat pump is putting into my water. This is actually a heat and cool model, which can cool my pool in the summertime, which is very useful out here in Las Vegas. And it also, because it has a heat and cool, it's got a reversing valve inside, so it can perform a power defrost feature, which will actually thaw any ice off of the evaporator coil when it gets really cold at night, and allows the heater to continue to run down into the 30s at night, rather than shutting off in the low 50s like most standard heat pumps will do. This unit works fantastic, is very quiet, and has been keeping my pool in the mid to low 80s out here through the winter time in December, where we're only having high temperatures in the low 60s. Some days this week it only hit 52, 54. Very cool, and getting down to about 35 at night. The unit's been running about 6 to 10 hours a day to keep the pool maintained. And above ground pools do lose heat a lot quicker than in-ground pools do. So this unit will work well on a much larger pool than mine, but we wanted to have a good size unit here to test and see functionality-wise how well it's working, and how much noise it makes, and how good of a power defrost it is. And it's working fantastic. It's a very quiet unit, very smooth sounding, doesn't bother anybody in the backyard or none of my neighbors, which are all pretty close by right here. And what I want to show everybody here are some temperatures that I have hooked up with some thermometers to show the water temperature and air temperatures going in and out of this unit. I have these boards kind of leaned up here right now just to protect from the sun and any rain we get, with all of my thermometers over here and a camera that I have actually. But over here first I want to show you that I have a temperature cord running over with a sensor right here on the side of the evaporator coil. That's actually measuring the real air temperature that's getting drawn into the coil, which is how much heat the heat pump actually has available to it to take out of the air and put into my water. Down here I have been just sitting an external thermometer, which actually is showing me the humidity going into the unit. With the air temperature being right about 60, we have 38% humidity. And that's, like I said, in the afternoon. At night it gets up to around 60-65% humidity here sometimes. So coming over here, we'll go down and look at the actual temperatures. And you can see that we have water temperature going in at 83.1, coming out at 87.1. So it's actually adding 4 degrees of instant heat to the water coming in and out of this heat pump and going back into my pool, keeping my pool at 83.1 degrees. I turned this on this morning at about 8 o'clock and the pool had gone down to 77, so it's already brought it up over 6 degrees just this afternoon, and I guess about the last 5.5 hours. And this morning it was in the 40s outside still. Now the air temperature going in is 61.5, coming out at 46, so you can see that it's taking about 15 degrees of heat out of the air, and I've got a temperature sensor mounted right on top of the fan grill here, as you can see. And that's measuring the actual air temperature coming right out to show the difference of how much this heat pump is taking out of the air. So we've got an 83 degree pool water right now in Las Vegas in the middle of December. A lot of people don't believe that heat pumps work well in the desert Southwest climates, and California, New Mexico, Arizona, Las Vegas, for example, and they say it's too dry out here, heat pumps don't work effectively, you've got to buy a gas heater. All of these notions are not really true, and there's a lot of misguided information out there from a lot of pool guys and installers and builders who haven't taken the time to go to the pool conventions and to learn the new products that are out there. And this really isn't even a new product. This has been around, this technology, for a long time, and very popular on the East Coast for the last 20-30 years, and it's just starting to get a little more popular on the West Coast. That's why we're here trying to help everybody educate themselves and learn how well this product actually works, and that they don't have to necessarily believe their pool guy or their pool store when they say that only gas heaters will work for your heating your pool in the wintertime. This unit works fantastic, and it's much less expensive to operate than a gas unit. I compared the prices of my natural gas at this house versus what I'm paying for electricity, and this unit is running me about half the cost of natural gas to keep my pool maintained in the wintertime. If I'd had no option but to go with propane, this unit would be about 4 times cheaper than the cost of propane out here. It's amazing. And the product also lasts a lot longer, is built much better, and comes with a much longer warranty than any gas heaters do. You also get a titanium heat exchanger in these. So where the water goes into this unit inside, you actually have a titanium coil. You might be able to see it if I come over here and look down in the fan grade. As I look down in here, you might be able to see the coil wrapped up down there. No, not quite. Okay, I guess you can't quite see it, but there's a large coil of pipes in there which have titanium heat exchanger inside, so that your water, as it's running through this heater, can never corrode and destroy the heat pump. Unlike gas and propane units, where you can be destroyed very easily with the copper piping that they use, this will last you a lifetime. One nice thing about this Ruud brand is it also has one of the highest certifications that you can get in the heat pump industry by the AHRI certified laboratories. They outside verify the actual temperature readings and COP, which is your coefficient of performance, which is what most of these heat pumps actually use to rate themselves and compare themselves to each other. The higher the COP number, the less you're going to spend on your electric bill, and the more efficient of a unit you're buying. And of course, everybody wants to buy an efficient heat pump. Some of the other brands out there are not very efficient, and they have not been verified by outside laboratories. So the numbers that they're advertising could not be completely accurate, possibly. I mean, not that they're misleading anybody, but they haven't been verified by a real laboratory with very specific guidelines, who has been approved and has recognition in the industry. AHRI is fantastic, and they have verified this unit to have a 5.9 COP, which is very high in the heat pump industry. And this is using the new 410A refrigerant also, which is required to start being used in 2010. No longer will they be able to use the R22. Ruud has been in business over 80 years and is one of the largest heat pump manufacturers in the world, with a lot of experience in using 410A refrigerant already. So they've got all the bugs worked out of their systems. Everything works fantastic, and we're ready to sell these in 2010 to the public. So thank you for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. And if you have any questions about this heat pump or others, please contact us at poolheatpumps.com, and we'll be glad to go over all this information with you. And you can also check out and watch other videos that we have. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.